Welcome back to episode 3 of the Helix. In today's episode, we'll be preparing materials for the apocalypse, as well as working on a recreation of Refuge from the Adventure Zone. So, without further ado, let's get right into it. Just as a side note, this is a building heavy video with lots of time lapses, so feel free to put this video on in the background while you're doing whatever. Alright, now off to the video. To start things off, I needed to do a lot of terraforming for my build, so with a 3-week time limit until the purge, I started the terraforming. Alright, and finally, with this final piece of sand, we are finally done terraforming basically everything around here. We just got a few bits of sand around here, but besides that, we are done. And now we can finally get started with collecting resources. So with my terraforming and finishing up all this, I was taking breaks in between and working on a creative world. And let's just say I got a bit carried away with building, and I'm realizing that I'm gonna need a lot more resources, because oh my goodness, we're gonna need 4 shulker boxes of spruce planks. What the heck? Now, this wouldn't be an issue, right? You know, the Helix, there's 2 months and then a purge, and then the purge actually got extended by a month. So not only am I gonna have to collect every single one of these resources, I'm gonna have to build it all in just slightly over 2 weeks. So yeah, hopefully we can get this done before the purge. That's what I'm aiming to go for. So I think for now, I think it's best that we get started on collecting some resources. Alright, so now we finally have all the materials we'll need for this build, so let's quickly hop into a time lapse and let's get started with this build. Alright, and with that, we have finally finished the first building of many. So, with the last finishing touches, all we really need to do is add the sheriff text, so let's just do the SHERRIF. And there we go. Finally, this building's done. Now, we have 12 more to go, so this is definitely going to be a lengthy process. At least, we have a start. We finally have something down, we have our terraforming done, and we have a first building done. After completing the first build of many, I immediately got to work collecting resources for the second build of this project. There we go, we have all the materials here we'll need for this build, so let's hop into the second time lapse of the video. With that time lapse, we finally finished the bank. So I built this build purely for cosmetics. I might put some things in the vault, but I'm not sure. So I think with that for now, let's move on to our next building. Alright, and with that, we are finally done the potion brewing building. So, with this building, I do have a few ideas. First off, we want to build some automatic potion brewers over here. But then for up here, what I'm actually wanting to do is build a bee farm. And with that, we can get some honey for some redstone traps in the future. So, if we just do a spin here, and there we go. We finally have 3 of these machines here. They're all producing honeycombs, so we should have enough candles for the rest of the build once we continue building the builds, and we decorate the room a little bit. So for now, we have this top area done, and I will be saving this bottom area for later, but for now, let's move on to the next build. And there we have it, we finally have our 5th building of many done. So for this building, I am planning on building a couple farms in here so that we have that going once we continue the builds. So I think for now, let's take a break from building and let's build a couple farms. And with that, we finally have our pumpkin farm done. This will be a great source of passive emeralds as we build our builds. So for now, let's continue on with our builds. And there we have it. We finally have our villager trading hall done. Now sure, we have a villager trading hall, but we do have a lack of villagers here. So let's build ourselves a villager farm. And there we have it. We finally have our villager farm set up, and now as we build, we can start passively preparing ourselves for the apocalypse. And with this building finally done, we have all the main buildings that we will need to gear up for the apocalypse. But this comes with the cost of only having 1 week left until the peace phase is over. So I think it's time we lock in completing the builds, and let's complete the last 8 buildings we need to do. After completing all those builds, I decided to take a break from building and instead work on some other things, such as getting horses for the stables, making a cobweb farm with Cobra, as well as doing some trial chambers, getting extremely lucky in the process. So now after everything is complete and ready to grind for the purge, and only 4 days left of the peace phase, let's move on to the final time lapse of the video and finish the town of Refuge. We are finally done. Oh my goodness. But bro, with that, we're finally done. Oh my gosh, what a 2 weeks, man. We built 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 buildings in 2 weeks before the apocalypse. Not only have we built the 14 buildings, but we've made a villager breeder. We've gotten potion, we got farms, we got more farms over here, we got enchanting setup, we got everything that we need for the apocalypse all set and ready. We just need to do a bit more preparations. Besides that, we are finished.
There's 10 seconds.
10.
Oh my god,
9,
7, 6,
6,
5,
5,
4,
4,
3, 2,
1.
1.